Hello and welcome to Tarot by the Moon. Tash here at Tarot by the Moon. Hello everybody, welcome. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all feeling good after the Leo full moon energy has started to wane, peter out and even out a little bit. This is a starseed reading. It's a collective reading, it's an intuitive reading. You don't need to be any particular kind of starseed or star sign to benefit from this. It's something that I do in addition to a regular tarot reading. If you haven't checked those out, please go back at my videos and check those out. This is a starseed reading. This is something I've been called to include into my channel to help us all to grow and understand the whole concept of star seeds. Okay. Yeah, so if you're new to this channel, welcome, hello. If you're returning to this channel, thank you so much for sticking with me and for all of the support. You'll be glad to know that Mr. Milo is pretty much fully recovered now. I think he's always going to have a little bit of a going to have to watch his legs sort of thing and pay attention if you don't want to go or whatever. You know, I'm going to have to pay a little bit more care with him. But literally you would not believe how different this dog is, and not just different, it's like he's better than he ever was before, if that makes sense. He's feeling so good and he's telling the world about him most of the time and showing off. I'm sure that's in no small part to a lot of the healing you guys have sent, and people have sent him Reiki and people have sent healing chants and things like this to work with, and I swear to you it has made all the difference, because if you had seen the state of that little dog just over a week ago, you know, yeah, it's incredible. So thank you all for all of the healing that you've sent. I'm pretty sure that Archangel Raphael had some part to play in the healing of Mr. Milo also. And so it is, my darlings. So without further ado, this is a starseed reading, as I say. So if you've heard of starseeds, you're curious about starseeds, you're not sure if you're not sure what's going on with starseeds, or you're fully fledged in the starseed path, this is the reading for you, okay? Please stick with me. Also, if you relate to the term healer, if you relate to the term light worker, or anything similar to that, you're in the right place, okay? So just bear with me. I was called to actually include a starseed reading after a very amazing lady from New Zealand approached me and asked me if I would like my starseed origins just out of the blue, and that she could give me all of this information and channel a message from my star ancestors. And of course I was open to that. She wasn't looking for any money, she wasn't looking for anything for itself whatsoever. She was only looking to continue to succeed in the light. So I accepted her on her gracious offer, and it was mind-blowing. It brought so many things together in my life and in my mind that I kind of knew all along, and you might feel the same way. And after that, I was just called to include this stuff in my tarot channel to help other people to grasp, because it is, you know, on the surface of it, on the 3D surface of it, it is a far out subject. It is hard to grasp, it is hard to get your head around, but by including it in my channel, I'm hoping to broaden our minds, help us, each other to understand, starseeds, light workers, healers, to support each other and give each other support, and get in touch with their galactic celestial energy, okay, on a regular basis. So shortly after I'd had that experience, I was then led to this starseed oracle. So I bought this pretty much straight away, and that was it then. I was, yeah, this is what I need to do. I need to include this. So there's a spread in here. It's a 3-card spread to keep it simple, okay? And what it does is it works on the premise that we're all on a double mission, okay? So you may feel like, you know, you're doing your everyday things, but there's a deeper meaning to it. So the first card is what, you know, your expected life is. That could be what people around you expect. Very often it's more about what your higher self, your future self, your star ancestors expect of you, okay? The next one is what your double mission is, what the deeper meaning of it is. And the third one is how we bridge it all together, okay? Sometimes extra cards fall out, sometimes they don't, and I round it off with a moon ritual card, simple moon ritual card, and a little bit of of dark moon astrology as well. Okay, my loves. So, welcome. Spring is probably in the air. It's still a little bit chilly, but it's beautiful and sunny, and it's really mild this morning. It's so mild this morning. I've been out with my boys and everything, and I haven't had to put the heater on or anything like that, and I'm dressing a little bit lighter, and it's just been lovely to experience that. We're waking up after the winter time, so I hope you're all feeling that vibe as well, because it's really fresh and lovely and renewing. And here's Mr. Milo. Come on, Baba. Come and say hello before we start. Here he is, everybody. He's feeling a lot better, my little assistant. Are you coming up? Are you coming up? You're going on your bed. Where are you going? That'll do. Come on. That'll do. Come on. You coming up? Come on. He next to my chair this morning. I walked in here to start my working day after being out and about, and he was sat in my chair looking at me as if to say, yeah, I'll do the reading today, Dash. Okay, without further ado, my loves, let's go in. I'm going to call in the highest vibration of love and only love into this reading for ourselves, for Mother Gaia, for all of the plant life, the animal life that are our teachers and guides, for all the interdimensional beings, the star ancestors, our ancestors, and all of the spirits overlooking these readings with us, and for anything in between that we've yet to understand. Nothing but radical compassion and love. And so it is. Okay, my loves. I'm feeling quite bubbly in myself today as well. I haven't been in the best of health myself lately, but I'm coming around out to that now. I've been to the doctor and I'm getting all of that sorted. And I'm looking to feel a lot healthier in the next couple of days. So please give me the thumbs up. It's very, very important, and thank you for those who do. It means all the world to me. Please give me the like, please give me the share, please give me the subscribe. If you haven't subscribed before, it's just a way for me to grow the channel. I know a lot of people are watching this, but they haven't subscribed. That's the first one. And I really need those subscriptions, well, to come in and grow the channel, so as we can reach other people, so as we can spread the light, so as we can spread the healing, my darlings. Okay, oh, two came out there, look. Right, so how are we? So that's going to be the spare one, right? Okay. Okay. Right, so this is what's expected of us. This is the deeper meaning of our mission. This is how we're bringing it all together. It's the same as we had last time. Embracing the end of winter, because it's not quite, still a bit chilly, it's still a bit dark. And then this one's the extra card for consideration, which insisted on coming out. Okay, so let's go in. We've got water your garden. We've had this before, and I've had it many times, because every week, like I say to you guys, every week I take one of these out and I work with it personally. Yeah, I put it on my stand and I work with the energy of it personally, and I've had this one more than any, and I often have it when I'm overwrought, when I'm not feeling too good, when I've given too much, when I haven't paid attention to the importance of taking care of myself and taking care of my health, and put other things before that, and it's just a constant kick up the backside to realise that those things are not lazy or selfish or indulgent. They are essential. They are as essential as putting the work in and putting the effort into whatever it is that you do, and as essential as the attention you give to other people around you, or your animals, or whatever, you know. So that's the energy of that, okay? That's what's being expected of us by our higher selves, by our future selves. This week I have felt so strongly, like never before as well, that we are probably in the 5D. I've had loads of clues about it, and I've been feeling different every day when I wake up, especially. That it's like there's just something going on at the minute, where you know we're in a new energy, where you know we're in a new earth, where you know it looks the same outside the window, but it's not quite the same. And you know, it's your energy and what you're bringing to it is what's going to bring more beauty to it, bring more attunement to it. You understand that, and it's like, this is a massive part of it, and it's something that I'm still learning, because I did it myself over the last couple of weeks, you know. That's why I ended up having to go to the doctor again, you know. It's just something that we're still working on. It's very difficult when you're an empath or a healer or that kind of a person. It's just comes naturally in the human condition to put other people first all the time, or other circumstances first, or whatever, and that's fine. So for instance, my little buddy, my little dog went well, so obviously I had to put him first. But that doesn't mean at the detriment of ignoring your own needs to a point of, do you see what I'm saying? And it's something that I'm working on all the time, and I'm sure some of you guys can really relate to that as well. So let's have a little look-see at what that is a minute, just to see if there's anything there that's going to water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness and rest. Earth is a seasonal planet. Yes. And you're a seasonal being. Cyclic. You can't be on and in full bloom month after month. Correct. Day after day. You're strongly being called to put on the brakes, rest and refuel. Take a moment to restock and replenish and slow right on down. Your body is the only body you're given, and it needs to be respected as such. You're being called to take responsibility for your well-being, to put your health and body first. And I know you guys, it's so difficult to do that. I know it can feel like time is running out, and as if there are urgent things that simply can't wait. However, if you keep on pushing, your fatigue will soon set in. Okay, this way of living isn't sustainable. If anyone continues to race through life, eventually they will reach exhaustion, and it will take longer to recover than it would have done to rest. Immune system disorders and mystery illnesses are becoming more and more common because we put in too much pressure on our bodies to keep up with the instantaneous pace of modern life. How are you being called to put on the brakes? Okay, this is spot on. And this isn't just me, I know it's you guys as well. What we got to remember as well is, right, so what I've just said, I've really felt the energy of we're shifted. We're shifting, which has been going on for years. It's like now it's the energy of, it's a different energy, it's a fresh energy, it's an energy of we have shifted. The planet has shifted. There's still a lot of evidence energy out there, there's still war going on out there, but it's like that's the last bit of it playing out, right? A lot of us have raised our vibrations, and we're realising that we're in the 5D, and when we're in the 5D we're getting more downloads, we're getting more upgrades all the time. Okay, we're still getting used to that. We're only little babies in this new energy. We're not adept in this new energy by any sense. We're little babies as far as all of that's concerned. And we will tire easily, and we will feel fatigued easily, and we will wear ourselves out before we know it, because these are exciting times, and this is a new energy that we're adjusting to. Our bodies are trying to bring more light in, and at the same time we're receiving all of these downloads. Okay, and at the same time we're still trying to be the human being we've always been, you know, but a sort of an upgraded version of, where we're still caring for all of the creatures around us and the people around us, and pouring energy out. And it's time to, and I think I touched on this in the collective tarot reading the other day, it's time to tune into your heart space again. It's time to tune into that threefold flame. The threefold flame, it contains the blue ray transmission, it contains the ruby ray transmission, and between the two of them they make the violet flame. So that's your threefold flame within your heart. Okay, it's time to tune into that. It's time to draw down from the stars, and at the same time as you breathe in, you draw down from the stars, and at the same time you pull up from the centre of Mother Earth, almost like a tree breathes. So it's like this sort of motion. So you breathe, pulling down and pulling up, at the same time. And you breathe that into your centre and you direct that into your heart. Okay. I find when you're walking around amongst trees, trees can actually teach you how to do their heart breath. I don't know if I'm explaining it very well, but it's sort of like it's pulling at the energy from centre of Gaia and pulling down the energy of the stars at the same time, bringing them into your centre as you walk, and then you breathe out. You can breathe in and out wherever you choose words to attach to that are beneficial for you. You could be breathing out lack and breathing in abundance. You could be breathing out pain, fear, and breathing in love. You could be breathing in love and breathing out peace. Remember that when we're transfiguring energy this way with breath work and these sorts of techniques, that we are sending the negative energy, so-called negative energies. It's not right, it's just what it is. Sending those energies that we don't want, then that don't serve us anymore, back to the universe where they can be properly transfigured. Okay. However, when we're breathing in peace, love, and breathing out peace, we can send that straight into Gaia. We can send that straight into Mother Earth. We can direct that towards certain people, countries, or wherever we feel our heart is telling us it's needed the most. So there's all that. I don't know why I've come up with all of that, but it's time. I feel like it's time to chat about that on the channel. I haven't premeditated this either. It's something that I know about, and that I used to do it a lot with the heart breath, and lately I've started to include it a lot more as well. So it's something you can look at. It's something you can learn about, as are the rays, the threefold flame, the violet flame, the ruby ray, the blue ray. These are things you can find out about yourself. You probably already have some knowledge of yourself. Please leave me comments below. I'd like to hear all about it, and this is what I'm trying to build here, is a community where starseed healers, light workers, and anyone can speak openly, speak about their experiences, share the knowledge, and support each other on this journey. So I feel like when I was reading that out, Water Your Garden, I really felt the energy of my Pleiadian grandmothers sort of whooping my ass a little bit, if I can say that on YouTube, regarding that. I'm still finding it difficult to do that myself. I'm sat here encouraging you guys to do it, but I still find that difficult to do it. And the point is as well, is that what I was shown as I was reading was your future self, you watching this, your future self, yeah, could be feeling run down, could be feeling more out, could be feeling out of sync. So your future self is saying to you, you need to slow down now. You need to slow down now. You need to take care of yourself now. You need to take care of your body first, now, before anything else. And you don't need to attach guilt to that either. You just need to understand that that's your responsibility, and that's the most important thing, and that is the most beneficial thing you can do to help others around you. We're all still learning it, my loves. We really are. So there's our scolding from Pleiadian grandmothers. The next one, I'm feeling that love. Sorry, it's a beautiful feeling. The next one is all about what the double mission is, all about what's really going on, okay? All paths lead home. I love this one. We've only had it once or twice, but actually found it very, very profound when we did, okay, or when I worked with it. It's all paths lead home, inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. Exactly. It's knowing that even though we might feel, oh, well, I've messed up again. Well, I've messed up on my starseed mission now. I've messed up on my healing mission because I've messed up because I didn't do X, Y, Z. I didn't look after myself, and now I'm not practicing what I'm preaching because now I'm all up in my ego about it, because now I'm like, oh, well, I should have done this and I should have done that and I didn't, and now I'm not very well, and now I'm not worthy. And stop it, okay? The point is, we can make mistakes. The point is, we are learning to adjust to so much. We are learning to adjust to so much knowledge. Like I've already said, we learn to adjust to all of this new energy, etc. And at the end of the day, we are human. We are multidimensional beings having an human experience. So take it easy on yourself. It's okay to make mistakes. Many failures are made before success comes along. A wise man once said, I'm not sure who, it was probably Rumi. So, you know, we're going to feel like that. We're going to have times like that. We're going to have days like that. All paths lead home. It doesn't matter what way we get there. We're all going home. And home is a realised, evolved humanity. Home is a new earth that we're co-creating together, one step at a time. Okay, and all paths will lead to that. Certainly the mistakes, certainly the days where we realise we've said when we should have zagged or we've prioritised wrong or whatever. Okay, all paths lead home. It doesn't matter. So you stop seeing your mistakes as mistakes then and only lessons. You stop seeing things as right and wrong and only what serves you and what doesn't. Because you understand that those times where you so-called mess up are all leading you home. It's all leading you home, my loves. Let's have a quick look at that one. Oh, beautiful energy today. Right. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. It's normal to look to the external world for answers and guidance. What's revolutionary is turning your gaze inward. You're being called to source your guidance from within, to study the terrain of your inner landscape, to develop a reliable relationship with your soul. The more time you spend connecting with your soul, the deeper the connection will become. The challenge for empaths is staying connected without cutting off from the world. The best way to do this is to develop a daily practice that helps you to keep checking in, to draw on the wisdom within and let that be the authority in your life. If this card appears, you may be called to develop or switch up your spiritual practice, to get in the habit of turning your gaze within, getting centered for the day before consuming anything from the outside world. Start from a feeling of at-homeness, and throughout each day to find simple ways to keep coming home. Keep coming back to yourself, keep coming back to the heart. Exactly, that's what we're getting you. So this is like a really lovely reading. It's a lovely gentle reminder and a lovely gentle beginning of spring for us. After that Leo full moon energy, you're just swinging off to take better care of yourself, to put yourself first and to have a really good look at what your daily practices are. But you can only do that when you've done the first surface things of taking care of yourself. So you might need to take care of your health, speak to a doctor, speak to a professional or something like that. Or you might just simply need to do some self-care. That could be anything. That could be getting out in the fresh air. That could be set body care or anything of the kind, okay? After we've done that sort of care, that personal care, then we're in a perfect zone, for want of a better way of saying it, a perfect zone for deeper work, for looking within, for a daily spiritual practice, for some meditation, for some chanting or some sound healing, for some invocations, for some deep looking within stuff, okay? It doesn't have to take all day. It can just simply be done. Like the way I do things is I'll put an invocation on or something like that, or a subliminal or something similar, you know, I'll be guided to, or while I'm setting up the table for the day, while I'm tidying up the room and setting up the table for the day, that'll be playing. It's not something that has to take a chunk of my day away. So you're not feeling stressed out about, oh, now I've got to sit down and meditate. No, you can just learn to do it naturally. The more you apply these sorts of principles of doing the heart breath, of allowing your mind to go to meditation and to be looking within, the more easier it comes, and the more you realise that you don't have to set up separate chunks of your day to do it. You can do it that way, obviously. If that's what's working for you, then that's what's working for you. I'm just giving you what I'm getting you. It's also about paying attention to how we feel It's always about paying attention to how we feel. We're in the new energy now, and this is what we're leading with, is our feelings, okay? After all this time of being told we don't do it that way, this is the way we're doing it. And as empaths, we always knew that, okay? If you've ever been told you're oversensitive or you feel too much, this is your time. This is your time, okay? This is how we're doing it. We're not thinking the logic of, oh, well, now I should do my meditation and then I should go to work or whatever it is you do. It's more, how am I feeling? And I was watching the Deja Blue podcast, actually. I recommend that, Deja Blue podcast. And she was chatting to another lady on there. And she was saying how you wind down after empathing, after being sensitive, after giving energy healing to people and everything like that. And she said, you know, for a long time she used to just go, oh, that was a long day of energy healing, that was a lot of people's energy I've picked up on, I'll just watch some Netflix now and chill out on the couch. And it's like, yeah, you can do that. It depends what you're watching on Netflix as well, I suppose. But it's about paying attention to feeling. Because if you've put something on, or somebody with you's put something on, and it's making you feel, listen to how you're feeling, you know, and it's making you feel agitated, anxious, stressed out, whatever, then that probably isn't the best way for you to wind down after your energy healing, or any work that you do at all. Because I know as light workers, it doesn't matter what job you do. You could be working in a shop, you could be doing cleaning, you could be doing any simple jobs like that. Wherever you go, you were giving that light, you were giving yourself that light. And I understand that totally. We get more exhausted than other people do because we're so much more sensitive. We're taking in more information and processing more information than somebody who hasn't opened up to this side of themselves. And that's why we tire out so easily as well. It's worth remembering. So yeah, it's all paths lead home, my love. All paths lead home. But we can make it smoother, we can make it easier, we can get home a lot quicker if we play some of these things, okay? I always recommend as well, you guys, whenever something stresses you out, makes you anxious, your feelings are there to tell you who you should be hanging out with, what you should be consuming from the TV, how you should be chilling out. Just follow your bliss. Just follow the things that make you feel good, okay? There's no shame in it at all. And I do it. I feel under pressure sometimes. I'll watch something because somebody's put it on and you feel like you're rude if you get up and go out of the room, or I'll say this is really annoying me or whatever. But then we've got to have stronger boundaries than that. You can do it with love. You don't have to people please to a point where it's detrimental to you. If you feel like it's draining on your energy, then it's okay to leave the room. Or it's okay to request that we can put something else on that's going to rejuvenate your energy. All paths lead home. It's all lessons. If you're finding up against that kind of energy, then there's a lesson there in creating boundaries, in self-love and self-worth. And it's a never-ending spiral of expansion, don't forget, okay? And it's something that we're learning about all the time. The third card was bringing all of this together for us. We had this one last time as the third card. It was the Void, and it was about embracing winter in the Great Cosmic Womb. And it actually says, stop, embrace winter, Great Cosmic Womb. Because although we are in the very early stages of spring, we're not exactly leaping about like bunnies just yet, and lambs, are we? We're still in that embryonic stage of spring. Maybe the shell is just starting to crack of a new earth, of a new us, of a new year, okay, of a new season. It's still very dark, it's still chilly. Today's the first mildish, I mean, I've still got 2 pairs of socks on and things, you know. Today's the first mildish day that we've had. So we're still, and in many places it'll still be pretty chilly, you know, the nights are dark, the nights are cold. Okay, so remember that. Look back at our last reading if you're not sure what we're on about there, because we got really deep into that on the last reading actually. What did I just do with the book? Okay, we don't need that right now. We do though. Sorry guys. Oh. That's not, is it? Oh my goodness. Right. Sorry about that. Right, so yeah, the void. The void. Everything and nothing exists in the void. It's where all life begins and ends. It's the winter and the womb, the fertile darkness where all things originate and all seeds grow. Comforting and intimidating, freeing and daunting, it can feel both overwhelmingly small and huge. The void is where faith lives. The message of the void is to surrender to the fertile darkness of nothingness, to nourish the new seeds growing within you, regardless of whether you know what they'll one day become. You're being called to surrender to the mystery of what's next. The mystery, exactly. So you might feel like, oh yeah, but I'm not doing my light work in, I'm not bringing it, okay? In some way, I'm feeling like there's an energy here of somebody feeling frustrated that they're not bringing it, they're not bringing enough of their light, not bringing enough of their healing and all of this. There's plenty of time, okay? Our future self just wants us to slow down right now. Just wants us to slow down. Wants us to understand that all paths lead home. Wants us to do that self-care. Wants us to... It's really important, and I've said it to you guys time and again. It's super important. Sometimes being spiritual is like quite boring things. It's not all woo-woo. It's... self-care is a massive, massive part of it. Making yourself feel good before you can begin anything regarding healing other people, healing the planet, etc. is massive. You can only heal other people or create magic from how healthy you are. So the healthier you are, the bigger that magic will be in other people and in circumstances around you, or in drawing in abundance or whatever. But if you're in a poor, weak, tired, confused state, then that's what you're going to bring in, and that's what you're going to bring in for others around you. So it's why it's so paramount important that we keep ourselves energetically clean, that we that takes self-care, that takes daily practice, that takes integrating all those practices as we've talked about, okay? And right now you don't know the answers. Right now you don't know what lessons are around the corner for you, what you're nurturing or what you're growing. Just know that seeds have been planted. You just know that they're being taken care of, okay? And as the earth is taking care of those very new seedlings and seeds that are being planted in the springtime, now's the time to take care of yourself, because there are seeds being planted in you also, okay? Seeds of light, seeds of wisdom, seeds of healing. I hope this makes sense, my loves. So the next one coming across, and we haven't had this one before, it's a new one for us. We might have had it once, I think, right at the beginning when we were doing this. This isn't the right book. I'm sorry. It simply says, I'm sorry, defencelessness, righting past wrongs and uprooting. See, that's a pretty heavy energy, really, for this deck. Let's see what it says. Okay, I'll take a look at the imagery as well. Very powerful. Sorry, me hold it straight for you. There you go. Okay. We're living in divisive times. When we're hurt and triggered, we tend to see things as personal attack rather than an opportunity for healing. If we were to find true peace and unity, we need to drop our defences and see things outside of right and wrong. Oh, that's so good, because did I not say that earlier on, that we've got to stop seeing things as right and wrong, that we have to see things as what serves us and what no longer doesn't? Thank you so much to Spirit for that confirmation. As souls, we intrinsically remember unity and yearn for it here on earth. Perhaps this is why it feels so painful when we experience the opposite. But it's crucial to remember that we can't simply bypass reality and pretend that unity, love and forgiveness are here. This is one of the greatest challenges of starseeds. To bring about unity, we must first acknowledge the ways in both we and the world have been divisive, personally, ancestrally and collectively. The shadows, the hate, the wounds, the separation, the severing, the wrongs and the sadness. You may be called to explore how you, your ancestors or your society have, consciously or unconsciously, inflicted pain on others, to find a way to drop the armour around your heart and see things as they truly are for all people. To say I'm sorry with an open heart and mean it. To be part of the healing rather than the perpetration of inherited conflict or oppression. This isn't about blame, it's about unwinding the pattern that got us here. You may be called to devote your time to causes you believe in or to do healing work on your ancestral line. That's massive, my darlings, and that's a massive reminder of a part of why we're here. And somebody else reminded me of that in the week as well, that wherever you are in this lifetime on planet Earth, wherever you were born, whatever part of the world you find yourself in these days even, this is where you're meant to heal. Nations carry wounding, energetic wounding, family lines carry energetic wounding. We're here to heal that, we're here to resolve that, we're here to unwind that, not to look for blame, but just to simply see what is and what isn't. Not to say this is right and that's wrong and you were better than that one and this one's better than that one, only to witness and observe that some of those actions, while at the time of what was going on, do not serve us anymore, and to offer them back to the universe where they can be transfigured through meditation, through breath work, through simply witnessing. Begin with that. Don't overwhelm yourself, begin with that. Don't see this as a burden, see it as a privilege, an absolute privilege to be on earth at this time, in the place that you've been born in the family that you've been born into. Radical compassion and love, to understand the decisions that people have made, to have forgiveness, to have non-judgment, to understand that things are not right or wrong, they just are. That people make the best decisions they make at the time, and that's often not the perfect one. But that now we're living in a new paradigm and we can go from here. We can unwind all of that one step at a time and take care of ourselves. And by doing that, by simply witnessing the discord, the pain, etc., in our family line, in our nation's line, etc., we are healing Gaia, we are healing humanity, and always remembering that as a healer, a light worker or a starseed, you need to take extra special care of yourself first and foremost. That way you can give a better quality of service to healing those lines. Okay, my loves. Just blessing the Pleiadian grandmothers there. Okay, we're going to round this reading up. I hope you've enjoyed it. I certainly have. I always feel better after a starseed reading. It's absolutely wonderful to connect with you lot and share it with you. Please give me the like, please give me the subscribe, please give me the comments or share on social media in any way you want to. If you'd like a personal reading with me, I can give you a starseed reading, I can give you a tarot reading, it's up to you. Please contact me in the address box below, the email that I'll provide below. Please don't respond to anyone pretending to be me or approach you pretending to be me, because I do not approach people and ask them if they want readings. It says the full moon in Libra will bring even greater happiness to my relationships. So maybe somebody might be a Libra, because we're not near a full moon in Libra. However, we've just had a full moon, and the next full moon will be in Virgo, I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it will. Anyway, this might mean something to somebody. There might be Libra energy that's my camera went off for a minute. That's feeling particularly, feeling this reading particularly. Oh. The next full moon is going to bring even greater happiness to your relationships. But don't forget, the most important relationship is with yourself. And that relationship with yourself, with your true self, is your relationship with God. That's what that is, okay? And that is very important. And I see that this is clearly showing me that that's increasing. We've got this beautiful divine feminine figure with what looks like an owl. And it says about your relationship with yourself, your higher self, with spirit, with your God spark, etc. Okay, that's going to improve over up to the next full moon. Now we're on a releasing moon now. I'll be back in a couple of days to do the releasing moon tarot reading. Just want to do a dark moon astrology card. Dark moon astrology cards are absolutely fabulous, and they have a beautiful quality to them. However, you find they don't fall out. They're oh, this is the first time ever you saw it here. Saturn return. Oh, gauge. Saturn return, my loves. Okay, let's have a quick look at that. That's the first time ever they've fallen out. They're so thick and beautiful. 50. Let's have a look. It's been interesting to see what insight these have brought us as well. Right. Saturn return. Shatters all illusions, Lord of Karma. They always say time changes things, but you actually have to change them yourself, said Andy Warhol. Exactly. Exactly. We are here to change things. We are here. All that. It takes approximately 29 years for Saturn to orbit the Sun, so the first Saturn return happens around the age of 29. It marks a period where childish things must be put away. There is no more getting ready to live your life. It is time to live it and be responsible for your own dreams, goals and affairs. If you hold on to things with no basis in reality, your suffering will grow and depression may follow. You cannot escape this truth-seeking energy. You must face it. I've got David Bowie going, changes. Exactly. And isn't that what we're coming? I love that there's all that green light in there as well. I've had Raphael vibes lately, very strong. I'm getting Raphael vibes there now. We're going through huge changes, absolutely massive, my loves, in ourselves. It feels like that. So Saturn return is every 29 years. So every 29 years in your life from whenever you were born is your Saturn return, okay? And it's like a milestone where you can look back and see what's working for you and what's not. And maybe this is where we're at right now. This is what this is showing me now. This is where we're at right now. I think there was a Saturn return. There was a lot of talk about it on the Astrology Hub last year. I'm not sure exactly where it's at right now, but it was going on for the whole of humanity. Right. I'll just read the bits that are popping out to me, okay? It says, Saturn returns tend to bring on rough passages, but also a harvest. You are now at a time when you understand things better than you did even a year ago. Exactly. It is time to be brave and face this important passage. There are no quick fixes when this card turns up. Know what you can and cannot do. Exactly. Take life in a measured way, much like this planet of time naturally does. Let go of your illusions, for they do not serve you. You're down to the brass tacks now, and it's time to see what you're made of. Wow. Okay. The corresponding tarot card is Judgment. Resurrection. We are resurrecting. We're resurrecting humanity. We're resurrecting it, and it's in a different vibration. It's in a different energy. In brief, weight, earth, the physical world, the feeling of life's immensity. This is what I'm feeling, like we're feeling that. This came out in the reading, it's like, oh, but I haven't been and I didn't. And right, it's fine. It's fine. This is an opportunity for growth. This is a lesson, all right? Life's harshness, moving past hardships. Another chance, judgment, resurrection, okay? paying your dues. Yes, yes, because we are, and this is what our future selves are screaming at us, to take better care of ourselves and improve our daily practices and integrate them, because we will be paying our dues in the future otherwise, you know. Doing things in a measured way or at the right time, building a foundation, being steady, waiting things out. Nursing homes, endurance, releasing what does not work. Feeling pressed for time, something else that we feel very much sometimes as starseeds. Feeling stuck, yeah. Being boxed in, frustrated. Fathers and older males, deserved success, the colour brown, black and grey. What endures, facing the truth. A time to get real, a reality check, stripping things bare, clearing the past, karma, fated relationships. Absolutely, absolutely. Fated relationship with your own divine feminine, divine goddess, God, self and spirit. Okay, my loves. And so it is. Moving to the next level, putting the past behind you, correction. Beautiful. So thank you for that, Spirit. Thank you for that, Pleiadian grandmothers. Thank you all for your time and energy. I hope you've enjoyed. Please leave me a like. Please leave me a share and a subscribe. I will be back very soon with another tarot reading. Okay, my loves. I love you all from the bottom of my heart, and I absolutely love doing these readings. So please continue to give me the support and let me know your honest feedback on this channel as well. Thank you so much. All the love and all the light. Don't forget to drink lots of water.